Across Japan, there are close to 80,000 Yakuza members belonging to 22 organizations, 5 of them based in Kyushu in the southwest. Police say this region is a hotbed of Yakuza violence. Last year, there were 18 gang-related shootings in Fukuoka Prefecture out of 44 nationwide. Recent incidents include death threats against the city mayor and hand grenade attacks. Among this year's hit list, a former Yakuza shot dead and a retired police inspector badly injured. Police are determined to win the war against the mobs.
They will have to follow our strengthened laws. They will be cornered. They cannot resist, even if they tried. They will have to change and end their activities.
The construction industry is a big money spinner for the Yakuza. Police say gangs are retaliating against companies that refuse to engage them for projects or pay them extortion money. A construction boss was shot dead last November and another wounded 2 months later. For all this, the police blame one Yakuza group, the Kudokai. With fear hanging over the industry, we were unable to interview anyone from a construction company. It's even rarer for the Yakuza to speak to the media. But a senior Kudokai member agrees to meet us at a pre-arranged location. His chauffeured car leads the way to the headquarters in Fukuoka city of Kitakyushu. Hiroshi Kimura is a branch leader of the Kudokai and one of its top-ranked members. He says they're coping with the tougher laws.
There are businesses that supported us all along, so we can continue our regular jobs. I cannot say who they are, as the police will intrude and take away our jobs. It's a game of cat and mouse. You have to be discreet. Each member has a small business. We support each other. That's our situation now, to be honest.
Will the Kudokai resort to violence if there's really no way out?
That's a difficult question. I'm not thinking about violence. Most of us don't. We're small, but there are 1,000 members. Some of them may have the wrong ideas. We can't know the minds of everyone. But fighting fair and square is our fundamental position. We'll fight legally. There were 18 shootings in Kitakyushu last year, but not a single member arrested. Yet through the mass media, the police say it's all done by the Kudokai. So no matter what, the public see the Kudokai as guilty of all evil crimes.
So are you saying that none of your people were involved in the shootings and the violent assaults?
Be it past or present, I declare that the Kudokai, as an organisation, have never been involved. There is no proof. If there are so many people, 1 or 2 might go astray. To prevent that, we meet monthly to reflect and emphasise: do not commit crimes, do not trouble the public, and strictly no involvement in drugs.
How do you ensure that what you say is implemented across the board?
We're often called criminal groups, but any organisation has dropouts who commit crimes, be it the police, be it politicians, or staff of big companies. There are criminals. We're not saying it's okay, but it happens.
What are you going to do in order to survive?
We have always adapted to circumstances and survived. The police call us violent groups. We don't identify with it. We have pride in the Yakuza's code of chivalry and will pass it on for generations to come. The citizens are the ones disadvantaged by the law. The police blacklist our old friends for being close to the Yakuza. If we have a meal together, they publicise their names and cancel their bank accounts and transactions.
Showing us the Kudokai ceremonial room, Kimura tells us his members posted audio recordings online of police officers confronting them in public. Before we part, he says they are suing the Fukuoka police for harassment and abuse of powers. We tracked down one of the recordings made recently when the police pulled up a Kodokai member to check his car.
身分がわからんもん。あなたたちはね、一つ言わせてもらうけどさ、警察官に対してからね、元警部さんも言ったでしょ。ね、だからね、あなたたちは私を殺そうとしてね、それ強いないと。どうしてそのことがわかるわけ？さあマスコミで言いよろも。攻撃をしてやるっていう証拠はどこにある？だからそれはもう言うとやないの。もうそれはみんな分かってることやないですか。分かってることってどういうことよ。違うって言うんですか？違う。じゃああなた最初に言ったことさ見てくれてもいいじゃないですか。あなたたちがね、こんな車の中にね危険なものはないというのはそれはもうね。
They are free to sue us if they wish, but the police will counter back. We'll show we didn't do anything illegal.
In Fukuoka Prefecture, only 1 out of 21 recent shooting cases were solved. It is illegal to own firearms in Japan. You can safely consider them the work of the Yakuza. But the police solve only one case. It shows how well they are doing.
Veteran journalist and non-fiction writer Atsushi Mizoguchi is a Yakuza expert. Over the years, he and his son have survived knife attacks in retaliation of his works criticizing the mob. He says the new law hurts the lower levels of the Yakuza most.
Within the Yakuza, the revenue distribution is top-heavy. If those at the bottom can't pay their monthly fee, the base of the triangle will crumble and affect the higher levels. That explains the violence in Fukuoka. They are desperate to survive and showing their fangs at the civilians.
But Mizoguchi doubts the government's resolve to get rid of the Yakuza. He questions why various laws over the years have targeted Yakuza activities but have never made their existence illegal. His sources tell him there's a hidden agenda. With some 10,000 police officers retiring every year, the presence of the Yakuza provides them lucrative second careers.
The police need them. Various industries tend to employ retired officers to counter Yakuza shareholders who influence corporate decisions. Retired officers provide them advice and protection. Now citizens are responsible for denying the Yakuza, who are not illegal. You put your life at stake when you encounter them. The police have effectively backed down from their role of protecting public safety.